Hello, hi, welcome. In yesterday's episode, we explored Russia's hidden gold empire and the powerful mine. But today, we are going to travel down under to Australia to see a mine so massive that it can actually be seen from space. Now, this is a super pit, one of the largest open cut gold mines in the world, right in Kalgoorlie. And the reason why I smile is because we have family members there as well in Western Australia. It's not just a hole, it is a symbol of how gold helped build an entire nation. So stay with me as we dig into the mine and the economy and the global impact of this gold powerhouse that I'm about to share with you. So what is this super pit? This super pit is a 3.5 kilometer long, 1 by 5 kilometer wide, and over 600 meters deep open cut gold mine. It's located in Kalgoorlie, West Australia, and it began production in 1989. This is combined with dozens of older underground mines as well. So currently, by the Northern Star Resources, they're the owners, for example, and it's produced over 700,000 ounces of gold annually at peak. So this has produced 2+ million ounces since its creation. 20+ million ounces since its creation. So this one mine helped Australia become the second largest gold producing country in the world. So how the super pit built Australia's gold economy? Well, gold is in Australia's blood. Literally. It's on their clothes, it's on their skin. From the 1850s, gold rush today, mining giants, gold built cities, railways and banks. Kalgoorlie, for example, is considered the gold capital of Australia. There's gold accounts for over $27 billion in exports annually. Tens of thousands of jobs tied to gold exploration and refining. Staff, they're working there day and night. They're doing night shifts, they're doing day shifts, they're doing working throughout the night in these mines. And it's dark there, very dark. And I take my hat off to them because it is so dark and sometimes, it's hard work. It's not easy, it is hard work. They are grafting when they are working in those mines. So tens of thousands of jobs are tied to gold exploration and refining. So gold revenue funds the schools, the roads, and the innovation. How wonderful is that? What do you think? Would your country be stronger with a super pit? Should more nations follow Australia's model? Tell me what you think in the chat. So, what is the technology behind this massive output? It takes more than just luck to pull gold from a pit that size. Gigantic cat haul trucks. Literally, I've seen them. Women, men are driving these massive trucks. Automatic drill rigs and blasting. Real-time satellite and AI monitoring. Ore processing plant with state-of-the-art extraction. It's not just a gold mine. It's a tech-driven industrial marvel. Listen, it is like a community. Imagine the equipment, the mining equipment, the whole trucks in action. They're moving around. They're working in synergy together. It is like literally a community. So who owns this super pit? Ownership has shifted over the years from Barrick Gold to Newmont and Northern Star Resources. But foreign interest is always high. Remember I talked about Barrick Gold and how Warren Buffett, they invested in that. They spent a lot of money and it was used as a hedge, for example. But like I said, there's been foreign interest is always high. The Chinese, the Canadians, the US firms have all tried to acquire shares. The Australian government has tightened its mining laws to keep the gold in their country. Profits from the super pit help fund Australia's national gold reserves and the economy as well. So could Australia become a gold-backed financial power? Some say it already is. So let's dive deeper. Australia's place in the global gold race. As the world divides over resources, one thing is clear. Gold is no longer just for the investors. It's a currency of power. Australia is the second gold producer, just behind China. Gold is key tool in Australia. It's their trade. And they trade with Asia and the US, for example. Now, the super pit ensures Australia's leverages in the global market. Some believe Australia may one day back its currency with gold or become a reserve provider for the global gold-backed system. Tell me, what do you think in the comments? Do you think that would be a good choice? Have you been to Australia? Have you been to the pit, for example? I mean, Australia has 5 mines, but I'm mentioning this because it is the very biggest one and it is well known. Do you live in Australia? Maybe you work in the pit, for example. So the super pit is a giant hole in the ground, and its symbol is of national wealth, independence and vision. Australia isn't just digging for gold, it's holding its power. Should more countries secure their own gold before it's too late? Tomorrow we're going to be going to Peru. We're going to visit, talk about the gold mines in Peru. But what I really want to talk to you about is that there is another 5 more mines, but this one in Kalgoorlie is the most biggest and the one that's most active, for example. So what do you think? What do you think about the giant gold hole that was built, a continent of wealth, for example? So one of the largest open pit gold mines in the world. Like I said, you can see that from space. How amazing is that? A gold mine that has helped transform Kalgoorlie into a gold capital and positioned Australia as the second largest gold producing nation on earth. So I just want to go through some quick facts with you. Kalgoorlie, for example, Western Australia, it has over 3.5 kilometer long, 600 meter deep, for example, over 20 million ounces of gold extracted, and it is owned by Northern Star Resources. This mine is amazing, and to look at it from the pictures from the Google, for example, it just looks amazing. You can zoom in as well, for example. And I wanted to share with you today about the mine and what different types of mines that there is 5 mines altogether, for example. But what is more striking is this mine that I'm talking to you about today. And I'd love to know your comments. Have you been to this mine before? Is it somewhere that you've been or that you want to check out sometime? Have you been to the giant super pit, for example? Because it has helped to build the wealth for its people. And I think that is something amazing, because it's not just for the rich, it's actually helping the economy. For example, it's helping the people that live there. And I think that is so amazing. And I'll just mention that there are some other mines as well that is in Australia. It's not just that there's just this one here. So I'm just going to mention quite a few of them, but some of them are really a lot smaller. So I'll just go through that with you. And this is according to global data, for example. Okay, so it says the 5 largest mines in 2021, for example, which is Mount Whaleback Mine, Western Australia, was the largest mine in Australia, producing approximately 88.8 million metric tons per annum. That's a lot, isn't it? Then there's also another mine which is called Yandigogina, for example, mine located in Western Australia again. The third largest mine, the Kings Valley Mine, located in Western Australia, and was the fourth largest mine. And there's the Sino iron ore mine located in Western Australia, the fifth largest mine, with an estimated production of 64.47. It's quite a large number here. I'm going to put the link here, for example, but Australia, and this is according to the global data, for example. So there is the 5 mines here, for example, and I'm going to put the link here. So there's Mount Whaleback, Jumbo Bar Hub, and then it's got the Yandigogina Mine and Kings Valley Mine, and also the Sino iron ore mine, for example. So Australia has a lot of mines. They've got the copper mine. There's the pit that I mentioned, the one in Kalgoorlie that I've talked about, for example. There's so much related data here, for example, about the mines. And it's quite a lot of information here. So I'm going to share this link with you so that you can see what I'm referring to here. And this is just mentioning as of 2025, for example, but it is amazing what they're doing, what Australia is doing. And I take my hat off to them, because they're helping the schools, they're helping the community. So it's not just going to one source. The government is helping, the company is helping, the government is helping the community, the schools, for example, and I think and the community. And I think that's a wonderful thing. And that's why I mentioned Kalgoorlie, for example. So I'm going to put this link in the chat so you can see for yourself as well. And this is something which is truly amazing. I'll just put global data so that you can see. I'll just put that in the chat there. And I also want to say thank you so much for being here tonight and joining me for this discussion of the Australia's super pit, the giant gold, which is a huge hole that builds a continent's wealth. I think it's truly amazing what they've achieved. I just wish that we could all do that around the world, what has been achieved here. So thank you so much, and I hope that you've enjoyed today's discussion, today's video, and join me tomorrow when we visit the mine of Peru, for example. This is the series which is whereby I am covering over 10 days mines around the world, which are the wealthiest mines around the world, because I think it's important that if we're looking at gold and silver, etc., it's nice to know where possibly they've come from, or how they're being, produced, or where it's come from, how much stock is left. As you know, that some of it is depleting, and they're always looking for new discoveries, for example, so they can produce more gold and silver, for example. But it's also good to know that, that there's a world out there, and that they also have gold mines as well as silver mines as well. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope that you've enjoyed today's discussion about the gold mine in Australia, Kalgoorlie. And I also want to say thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you for your likes, and thank you for joining me here today. I really appreciate you. And if you're watching the replay, you can put in the comments that you're watching the replay. Let me know if you have been to Kalgoorlie, to the gold mine or silver mine, or any gold mines that I've talked about, because it's always interesting, I think, to say, yes, we want to purchase gold and silver coins, or bars, for example, or bullions, for example. But it's also nice to know where they come from as well. All right, so thank you so much. If you want to join me for my training, which we're going to be doing some training as well, do click the link here and book a free 15-minute, and I will go through that with you. But also, I want to keep serving you here as well, so do join me for the next video. Okay, so thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I'll speak with you soon. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.